Trader Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Before we jump into a recap of the overall markets, I want to welcome you. Thank you for dropping in, and let me make sure I have today's date right. Today's Wednesday, so happy Wednesday, happy hump day. So for those of you who'd rather contact or reach me via text outside of email, feel free to text me, and this is definitely a number you'll be able to reach me on. No gimmick, no joke. It's 332-216-1751. I'll repeat it again, 332-216-1751. And for those that didn't catch it, 332-216-1751. I'm also going to leave it in the description. So anyway, so let's jump into a recap of ticker NVAX. I did one yesterday. This is a daily chart. While the stock was up considerably nicely yesterday, it was up around 71% with confirming volume. Today, super crash, down about 27.8%. You see a close here of 709 with today's low coming in at 680. Watch out. There's a potential that this can drift further. I want to enforce or reiterate what I've been saying every time I do videos on these type of stocks. One of the key things you want to pay attention to, especially these stocks that shoot up 100, 200, 50% in one day, a real key indicator on whether or not the stock is going to perform well or continue that pop into the next trading day has a lot to do with, one, how the stock closed and how the stock opened up. So you can, going forward, you can pay attention to these sort of metrics with these runners, right? So yesterday, where did we close? We closed at 982, and I said yesterday, an indicator that this stock is going to continue its run is the ability to open up above the previous day's close, which was 982. We actually opened up today at 838. That should have already signaled to you that there was going to be selling pressure for today. Okay, hope that makes sense. I'm going to illustrate that point with another example. NNVC, right? Daily chart. Similar story, right? Yesterday, huge winner on the day, up about 152%. I think it was even continuing its run into after hours, and I said, can potentially run again. There is a huge possibility that we could retest the day's high of 1345, but one of the key indicators that you wanted to or you need to pay attention to is what the stock was doing pre-market and how the stock actually opened up, right? So while we closed yesterday at 850, where did we open up today? We opened at 397. So a lot of the selling was occurring in pre-market, so that should have already told you not a go, right? Not a go, because we opened up so severely relative to the previous day's close. So I always talk about looking at how the stock closed and how it opens up the next day, especially with these runners. It's an indicator on whether or not you're going to get a continuation, or if that's it, the run is over and you're going to get some selling. Again, this also illustrates that, and you can basically, again, track that for yourself going forward. All right, hope that makes sense. Comment in the comment section. What else? All right, the SPY S&P 500 daily chart up marginally on the day. Again, we've had a huge run up about 20-something% from October 19 lows, which is only about 3 months ago. If we go all the way back to December of 2018, the market has been nothing but like monstrous. Close to 331.35 for the last few days. I've been saying, in my opinion, the market is getting a little toppy. It does not mean that I think that this bull market is over. Absolutely not. I think in 2020 we can definitely see 400, but for me, for that to actually happen and for the run to look the most healthiest, in my opinion, we need a bit of a retracement. And at this point, most folks are going to think that this is the big one, as they always do. This is the major correction that we've, quote unquote, all been waiting for. This is the end of that, quote unquote, 10-year bull market. Although I wrote an article many years ago indicating that I do not think that this has been a continuous 10-year run. We've had corrections, we've had bear markets along the way. Anyway, definitely see 400 as a possibility. I do think we need to correct a little bit. when the correction comes, most folks are going to think that this is it, the sky is falling. That's where they make, in my opinion, the huge error. This is where I step in and I start to buy stuff up. Hence why, although I was able, or us in the community, we were able to get several of these pullbacks. We were able to get the pullback in April. We caught the pullback in July, and we caught the pullback in September. No lie, caught all three pullbacks. Conversely, or equally, we were able to catch the run up from December up until now because we had a core position buying the market as it fell, right? So folks are panicking. We're buying, we're buying, we're buying, we're buying, we're buying, we're buying, we're buying. We were able to enjoy this nice run up, capitalizing off of fear. Anyway, 331, let it pull back, and then let it just kind of like catapult to that 400 level within the year. What else? All right, clearly I don't always get it right. We don't always get it right. Tesla daily chart has been on my short watch list for, I want to say, the last week or two. Literally have been stalking it. I've been talking to my premium members saying, you know what? Not now, not now. They're going to trap the shorts. So here, I said, we're not going to short here. They're going to trap the shorts. I was able to catch that. I said, we're not even going to short here. They're going to trap the shorts. And we ended up shorting the last 2 days. And, I stopped out. We got stopped out, which is fine, right? Got stopped out, took the loss, didn't see it going in my direction. In retrospect, I should have held it, but then I would have been violating some of my rules anyway. I say all that to say I'm not giving up on Tesla, right? I'm going to stalk it some more, and I'm going to try to nail this short, right? So not because I didn't catch it the first time means that I'm going to completely let go of the trade, right? If the setup is there, if your setup is there, you have to take it. I took it. It didn't work out. My setup, once again, is kind of staring me in the face. I'm going to take it again to be continued if I get stopped out again, or if this time it's successful. What else? You know what? Let's talk about Twitter, because it also shows oftentimes that, you're not going to always get the trade correct on the right time, but it does not necessarily mean you let go of the trade. Well, you let go of the trade, but it doesn't mean you let go of the play. So Twitter, for example, the first time we tried to go long after this gap down here, we were stopped out. Did I let go of the play? Yes, I got stopped out of the trade, but I said, no, in my opinion, the setup is still there. We might have been too early. Let's try to take it again. And the second time around, we were actually successful, and we've actually done really well. And I've held on to my Twitter position, have done really well with Twitter, getting it, I want to say, in like the mid 20s. Haven't let go of the trade yet because I'm looking for this gap fill here of around 37. The point is 2 points with this Twitter video. Point number one, first go around after the gap down, we were stopped out. Second time, I guess, was the charm, which 100% made up for the loss and then some in the first time where we took the trade and it didn't work out. That's the first point. Two, sitting here at 34, I still see this getting to around 35 to 37, so there's still potential upside here. All right, hope that makes sense. What else? All right, and then we have ticker GNPX. Not sure what's going on. What I see in the last 2 days is completely unstable hands, but that's another story. So stock was up around 200% yesterday. In fact, a little over 200%. The rally actually continued into today. Remember, I always talk about with these types of stocks, when they have these types of runs, you want to pay attention to how it opens and how it closes. So let's look at the previous day. The previous day, it seems that a lot of selling was underway, of course. We closed at, what was the closing price? Closed at 115. What happened today? We opened up at 184. That should have been an indicator that more than likely it was going to be a positive day, and a positive day is what we got. Stock is actually up around 64% on the day, closed at 189. It's up in after hours, an additional 12%. I see a quote of 213. You should know where I'm going with this. Fill in the blanks yourself. I'll fill it in for you. Will this run continue? You want to pay attention to how the stock opens up. If we open up above 189, and if after hours is any indicator, it seems as though it will continue, right? want to pay attention to what's going on in pre-market tomorrow, how the stock actually opens up. If we open up above 189, that is an indicator that you might get a bit more of a squeeze out of ticker GNPX. I hope that makes sense, and we're going to cap it there. Tina here, once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed that video, do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up. Again, it helps to get it out to other traders just like yourself. 2, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that. We are on YouTube clearly at ShortMeTina. And 3, last thing. Right now, we are hosting a free 14-day trading course. 100% free. You do not need to take out your credit cards. All I ask is an email address so we know where exactly to send the free lesson. So anyway, I've been trading for 20 years, and not a good deal, but a lot of what you'll hear and what you'll see in that free 14-day trading course is a lot of things I've picked up along the way. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. I will talk to you tomorrow.